Hello, and welcome back to Koreanology 101. Today we're discussing one of the most powerful uses of media in modern history, the 1983 KBS program, Searching for Separated Families.
It's hard to overstate the program's cultural impact, but to understand why it was so necessary, we have to look at the context. By the 1980s, roughly 1 in 4 South Koreans had been separated from their loved ones, often without knowing if they were dead or alive.
And those separations weren't just due to the Korean War. They were the result of Japanese colonial forced labor, people fleeing conflict, and even forced relocations during South Korea's massive construction projects in the 60s and 70s. The communication methods simply weren't there to find people.
Exactly. The government had actually tried setting up police search services utilizing computerized resident registration data, but issues like common names made that method extremely difficult to rely on.
By 1983, however, the landscape changed. Color TV ownership was growing, and KBS 1 TV had high viewership. To commemorate the 30th anniversary of the armistice, a specific PD proposed a massive special feature, leveraging the power of television to find families, at least within South Korea and overseas.
The initial broadcast on June 30th was supposed to be a limited feature, but the public response was immediate and overwhelming. They received so many applications and attracted so many visitors to Yoido that the program extended late into the night.
It quickly transitioned from a special feature into a continuous, non-stop relay. Over the next 138 days, the program mobilized nearly 1,000 personnel. We're talking about 453 hours and 45 minutes of continuous live broadcasting on a single subject.
The effort paid off tremendously. Over 100,000 cases were submitted, and while 50,000 people showed up at the broadcast center, the biggest metric is the success rate. 10,189 families were successfully reunited, sometimes after decades apart, like the sibling reunion shown after 33 years.
The sheer scale of the live broadcast earned it a place in the Guinness Book of World Records, and its significance goes beyond domestic reunions. Historians credit this massive public mobilization as a major catalyst for the first inter-Korean family reunions that happened 2 years later in 1985.
It's truly a remarkable legacy. So remarkable, in fact, that in 2015, the archives related to the Searching for Separated Families broadcast were designated as a UNESCO Memory of the World document.
A perfect example of how a single media event can fundamentally alter a nation's history. Thank you for tuning in to Koreanology 101. We'll see you next time.